Oh, what's this? Oh, it's my book. Oh, you want me to read it to you? Oh, since you asked me to.
A Word to Rhyme with Orange, written by Matthew Wilson, with illustrations by Jessica Chrysler. In a forest of trees was a house made of roots, and 3 sisters lived there, all named after fruits. Orange, peach, and the youngest strawberry. 2 of these 3 were going to marry. If you love a girl there, you don't take her to tea. The best way to court is with poetry. Young men of the forest, with ample spare time, try wooing young ladies with well-composed rhyme. Strawberry so merry, with a face like a fairy, my heart you can carry, our love must not tarry. Peach, hear my speech as we walk on the beach, and then you can teach how your heart I may reach. Each had their suitor, except for poor Orange, for no other word rhymes with orange except orange. Whoever gets orange will not be poetic, is what they all thought, except for one skeptic. A boy in the forest who liked to write rhyme thought about orange all of the time. He wanted to write and his true love proclaim, but what could he do with that unrhyming name? Living without her to him was absurd, so he decided to find her a word. Searching for something to make up a verse with, he went on a journey to seek out the wordsmith. He walked on for days through fog, snow, and rain, and a sore on his foot was causing him pain, but he went through it all, cause the only thing worse than the pain in his foot was his unfinished verse. And so he journeyed on and on, as day passed to night and night passed to dawn, until he came to the hill that's shaped like a hat, where legend had it the old wordsmith sat. He told him, I've journeyed for more than a week, your word-making powers I desperately seek. Then he talked about orange and all that's involved, and asked him to help get this word problem solved. The smith looked him over with a spark in his eye, then opened his mouth and gave this reply. I'm sorry to say, your quest is ill-fated. The word you desire cannot be created. A wordsmith's job is to put words together, arranging them so the sentence sounds clever. Making a new word would be too misleading, it wouldn't make sense, and that would be cheating. The boy was stunned, his dream a delusion. He thought it all over and drew this conclusion. All is lost, I'll weep, wail, and moan. If I can't have orange, I'll die all alone. The wordsmith looked at him and found cause for pity, sympathetic to those who want to be witty. Now in reflecting, he cryptically said, there may be a word you could use instead. I'll write a new poem if you keep it a secret. Give it only to her, even you cannot read it. So the smith went to work and put pen to paper, while the boy stood by dreaming of the moment he'd face her. The smith worked hard for most of the day, then gave him the poem and sent him away. The pain in his foot was suddenly gone. The journey back home didn't seem long. He ran all the way like never before, and then he stood gasping on Orange's front door. He had a big smile, he'd never felt better, as he opened his bag and gave her the letter. With both of them wondering just what the note said, the girl took the letter and out loud she read. Dear Orange, here is something your fancy may tickle. The young man before you is in quite a pickle. He came to me asking to create a new word, but it cannot be done, which he had not heard. This causes him pain, he's suffered and suffered. The word he longs for can never be uttered. The boy stood up and, looking dejected, decided to leave, his pursuit rejected. He crossed the room and opened the door till Orange shouted, wait! Don't go, there's more! Though there isn't a word to finish the poem, there's something much better if you'd get to know him. A man who will search for a word for an hour is far less than one who will climb every tower. Don't fall for the one whose words only sing. Give your heart to the one who would do anything. She put down the letter and looked in his eyes and sealed their fate with the words, what a pleasant surprise. And the story is told of how he succeeded. He loved her with actions, words were not needed.